The title of British director Sally Potter's latest and most thoroughly enjoyable film, The Party, has a double meaning, referring both to the unnamed political party of which the main protagonist is a prominent member, and to the dinner party she's preparing for a small group of close friends. The film actually begins with a hostess, a dishevelled-looking Janet, Kristin Scott Thomas, opening the door of her elegant London house and pointing a gun at a new arrival we don't, at this point, see. The rest of the film unfolds in flashback until that crucial moment is repeated, and all is revealed. But in the meantime, this superbly written and very caustic comedy of ill manners finds the often overly experimental Potter in a relaxed and expansive mood. Janet is holding the party to celebrate the fact that she's just been named Shadow Minister for Health by her party, while her seemingly bored husband Bill, Timothy Spall, takes to the bottle and to his collection of vintage jazz recordings on vinyl. Janet prepares a meal that will actually never be served. First to arrive is her oldest friend April, Patricia Clarkson, in perhaps her finest, most waspish performance. Once an idealist, April has transformed into a lacerating cynic. Accompanying April is her rather rueful husband, Gottfried Bruno Ganz, a former hippie, now working at something to do with energy conservation. And then there are Martha, Cherry Jones, and her younger wife, Ginny, Emily Mortimer. Finally, there's Tom, Cillian Murphy, a banker who arrives without his wife, but bringing with him coke and a gun. And clearly there's going to be trouble. And indeed there is. The evening's filled with revelations, confessions, and betrayals, leading right up to that scene at the front door that we saw at the beginning. It all moves along at a very brisk pace without a moment wasted, and is consummately photographed in widescreen black and white by Alexei Rodionov. The dialogue crackles, the soundtrack bursts with musical treats, starting with a variation of the hymn Jerusalem, whose lyrics evoke a long-gone, fulsomely idealized England, and continuing with a medley of jazz classics. The superb cast is flawless without exception, all of them completely convincing as these bickering, self-centered members of the upper classes. Potter, whose previous work has included radical feminist experiments like The Gold Diggers, and more formal experiments like Orlando and The Tango Lesson, seems completely at home in this enclosed world, which is inhabited by the sort of characters some of the more tedious commentators today often refer to as Chardonnay-sipping lovies. The Party is by far her most accessible film and promises an entertaining and intelligent movie experience. I'm giving it 4 stars.